Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad to welcome you all to today's session on how to crack LFX Mentorship Program. My name is Kavil Vegar. So we are thrilled to have Chinmayi with us today and LFX 24 mentee at Hyperledger, who will be sharing her journey, tips, and insight on breaking into open source through the LFX mentorship. So stay tuned, take note, and feel free to drop your question in the chat as we go along. Thank you. Now the mic is all yours, Chinmay.
Yeah, thank you so much for the introduction. I'll start presenting my screen. All right. Yeah, the screen is visible, I guess.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So this is about my journey into LFX and how did I enter into open source and how can you guys to enter into this. So uh, let me start with my introduction. I'm Chinmayi and I've completed my third year BTech in mechanical engineering at National Institute of Technology, Surathkal in Karnataka. And this summer after my third year, I'm interning as a tech analyst at Apollo Global Management, Mumbai. And yeah, I was the LFX mentee at 2024 at Hyperledger Fabrics, which is now known as LFDT, Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust. And my project about was to build a chain code debugger, which was basically a VS Code plugin, and which was used to ease the debugging of the chain code and make the life of the chain code developers easy. So basically, open source is all about that, making the lives easier of your users. So it will be very good to work on such projects, and I'm always curious and I always love learning. Okay, so let's start with the basic. Like right now, we have joined the session, so you would know what is LFX mentorship. So let me just give the brief about it as we move forward. And this is the open source mentorship program, which is organized by the Linux Foundation, and it runs in 3 terms. Right now, the summer is going on. There are organizations which are accepting your applications for summer. So please apply it as soon as possible. And there is another spring and fall, which will be this LFX mentorship is year long. Unlike the other open sources like GSOC and everything, this is year long. Like the whole year, you can contribute to the projects, and you can apply up to 3 organizations like per term. Like they'll accept only one. Okay, so you can get into one project, but you can apply to the 3 organizations at a time, and the projects normally last for about 3 to 6 months depending on the organization. My project was a 6 months project, and it could get extended when you have to complete the complete the deliverables. And yeah, that's about it. And yeah, and I have to tell about my mentor, who was Arun, and he was the vice chair of Linux Foundation, and he was working full time in Walmart. So you will get to connect with such people in the through your projects. And my peer mentee was Claudia. She was from other country. So yeah, there will be this type of time constraints, but you will enjoy working in the project with many such people. So you will get connected to such people. That is one of the best thing about open source. And like right now, I have been a contributor in my 2024, and I can never be a Linux Foundation mentee again, because this is designed for first time open source contributors and learners. So this will give a fair chance to everybody. And yeah, this is a great way to get the hands-on experience and build your open source portfolio. And it will give you a very good boost in your resume and even in your problem solving skills. So yeah, and the one of the good part is the stipend. It is a very great amount, and it depends on the country, but I can say it's a very good amount. So let's move forward. Before that, if you guys have any question. Like you can just post it in the chat box. I'll take it up after the session. And why did I choose Hyperledger Fabrics? So I was very fascinated about this Bitcoins, blockchains, like what is blockchain and everything. So since my first year, so I was searching for open source organization which involved blockchain in it, but I didn't have the hands-on experience with blockchain. So this was the right project. So it basically worked on blockchain, but the code I wrote was for the VS Code extension. Like normally, like you guys are coders, so you would have used the VS Code code editor, and you will find a section of extensions there. So that, and one of that extension is built by us in this project. And I started with reading the documentations, and yeah, the easiest one, the front end issues. So I was just going through them, and I joined the community meetings and discussions. Like you need to find out what is the communication channel of the project that you choose, or like it can be Discord, Slack, or any other such channels, or email, or even emails maybe. So those will be the communication channel mostly. You'll have to join those groups and everything, and there will be meetings. Even though you feel out of place in those meetings, you need to get into those meetings and listen to their discussions, make notes on them, and you will figure out things. So then I reached out to the mentor, as I said, for the guidance, and I asked him, like, are there any beginner friendly tasks that can be done? So like when you start solving those tasks, you will build confidence, and like you'll understand the project deeply when you go hands on about like on it. So that is why I chose Hyperledger Fabrics. And coming on to the selection process, there will be two rounds. So first is the application round, and it will be open to everyone. Like anybody can apply it. So this will be the most important phase because this ensures your selection. For Hyperledger Fabrics, they asked us only for a resume and cover letter. Like most of the organizations do ask only for resume and your cover letter. But there are some other organizations which might ask for the consent letter from the university, like the no objection certificate, NOC, or something like that, and task submission. Like they'll just give you some beginner friendly tasks on on the website itself, and you can just solve it and then put your GitHub repo into it, or something like that. So that will be only for, these are only for like organization specific. Normally you will be asked to submit your resume and cover letter. So I'll have to give the tips about cover letter because it's the most important. It's the it's the most important aspect of your selection. So in your cover letter, you can cover why did you select this mentorship? Like why do you want to get into the open source? So you can just give your own reason, like why do you want this mentorship? Like I want to gain experience through it. I want to work on real world projects. I want to connect with people, anything like that, and the relevant skills and experience for the project that you are applying for. Like when you're applying for a front end project, give your skills on HTML, CSS, React, and just show the projects that you have worked on those skills, so that so that it will be a proof that you have those relevant skills. And like how, what do you hope to gain from this mentorship? Like as I already said, the people, the connection, the experience. Yeah, you can mention those points for this. And then your prior code or non-code contributions. So non-code contributions involve the documentation errors or the readme errors or anything like that. And code, you can just find, you can clone the repository, and you can find any of the bugs, or you can add some features. And you can, even though the PR is not merged, you can link the PR in your cover letter, so that they'll understand that you are ready to contribute to the program. And how did you find the program? You can say you found it on LinkedIn, or you found it from the communities like Girls Leading Code, Girls Leading Tech. And you can show that you are active in the communities, and you can answer this question. And the second round, like when you submit your application, it will take some time. The mentors will look into your applications. The project admins will look into your application, and then you will get a selection email from your mentor, and they'll ask you for your uh, time slot, like whenever you are available for the next round. That will be the interview round, which will last mostly for 40 to 45 minutes. And like my interview was scheduled on like 6 a.m. Because my mentor was residing in US, and there was like 10.5 hour time difference between us. So that 6 a.m. would be like something like evening to him, so that was feasible for him. The time slots available were all like 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m., and so on. So I just selected 6 a.m. So you will have to make such sacrifices to get into open source, because there's diversity in the program. And yeah, the interview will be conducted by your project mentors. If you have one mentor, the one mentor conducts. Otherwise, if there are multiple mentors, they conduct it at the same time. So you will have one interview. And the questions asked in the interview for me was, what's your best project and why? So about my best project until then was, I worked on the, like I had developed an ITK Summer of Code. It was the open source website for my college people. Like both mentors and mentees were college students. Like the mentors were seniors and mentees were first and second year students. The setting was the same as open source. There were real life projects that juniors would work on, and they could be mentored by the seniors. This was the exposure for juniors into open source, and so that they will not feel overwhelmed when they see the setting like LFX or GSOC. So that was my best project then, and I had like I mentioned him about it, and I also explained about the tech stacks that I used. And what were your contributions to the open source community so far? So that's Girls Script Summer of Code. It has many projects into it, and that's no need for you to get selected in order to contribute to the in order to contribute to that project. So you can just select a project, you can clone it, and you can code into it. So I explained them about this and about my projects that I had solved many bugs in the projects. So I informed him about my interest in open source right from my first year and all those works. And he asked me about the understanding of the project that I had applied for. So I would like to explain a bit. Sorry, there was some. Yeah. Okay. I just got some disturbance. I'm sorry. Can
Uh,
you please mute?
no, actually, the thing is that Khushi asks a question like, should I work as open source or in the field of which I have basic knowledge but I haven't built any project till now?
Like, yeah, if you have the basic knowledge, it's fine, but try to build a project which will enhance your chance to get into it. Because right now the competition is so much, like as we all know. So, like, it's better to have a project, but if not, just don't, it doesn't stop you from applying. Apply it, but like side by side, work on the project too. Okay, so let's continue with the slide. And then about understanding the project. So the project title which I worked on was VS Code plugin for chain code developers. So normally the word which we use for extend in the VS Code is extension for the extension, but they had used plugin. So I didn't know the meaning of the plugin as soon as I saw the project. So then I googled it, I researched about it, and got to know that plugin is nothing but the extension. Then I understood about the project, and so I had mentored few students who wanted to get into LFX in the March and April. So the first instruction I gave to the students was the same, to get to know the title of your project, to understand each word of the title of your project, because it's very important, and so that you will get the deeper knowledge. So open source requires you to research, you need to get deeper into the project, and you need to know, like, most of the things you need to know how to figure out on your own. Like, there will be people to help, but nobody will spoon feed you in this journey. So, like, know to research it and have knowledge about the project that you have applied for. And the last question was about the time commitment for the entire mentorship duration. Like, like everybody will be the college student normally, so you can just say about that, and just make sure that you will take out the time to contribute to the project. Like, mostly you'll have to work for uh, like 30 hours per week, because the project asks for it. So make sure you divide your time accordingly and inform your mentor about it, so that they'll feel uh, that they'll have the sense of uh, ensurety that you will work on the project and you will be available for the complete duration. So now the question, that how can you get in? This will be this these points are the textbook points which you'll find anywhere. Like, create the LFX account and explore the active projects. So this will be the URL where you'll find the projects that are accepting the mentees right now. And you can filter the organizations by your interest or by the skill set that you have, and you can apply to those projects. Like, as I said, just mind that you will have only 3 projects that you can apply at once. So, and then submit the required documents like resume, cover letter, or any other documents, and complete the assigned tasks that will be asked by the organization. And the tips I would like to give is, you start by exploring the documentation of the project. Like, there will be a very well written documentations, which you'll have to research a bit, but you have to go into their website, you have to research a bit. And then there will be repository link that will be provided in the project page. Just go into the repository, try to clone it, try to set up it in your system, and read me a file where you'll understand how to do it. And you can go through each and every files and try to understand the code. Like, not every line will could be understood even by an experienced person, so it's fine. Just do the do some homework, do some research and everything, and then you can join the community meetings. Like, as I did, you have to get into the community of the organization so that you will get the project. And like, get your cover letter reviewed by the past mentees. This is one of the thing that I did, and I do it for my juniors too. I review I get cover letters through emails, through my LinkedIn, and I do review them and I give them feedback. If not through call, at least I just text them about the corrections they could make. And yeah, I really like helping the people who need to get into this. So you guys can reach me out on my LinkedIn or even through my email, which is provided at the last of the slides. So yeah, this is the important thing, because they have been in your shoes and they'll know how to get in. So you can ask them, or you can even send it to your mentors for the review, which will be the best in case of there are no graduated mentees in that organization. Like, there will be new organizations that will be getting it. So yeah. And yeah, reaching out to graduated mentees on LinkedIn, or you can also read their Medium articles. Even I have written my own Medium article. Like, normally all the mentees do write the Medium article about their experience, like how did they get selected and how was the experience throughout the journey of that 6 months or the 3 months project. So there will be Medium articles, you can go through them, and just don't spam into the account. That, like, they'll be busy in there. stuff. Just be respectful. Just add a text that this is my cover letter. Can you please review it whenever you have time or something like that? And never hesitate. Sorry, never hesitate to ask doubts. Like you'll need to have clarity because it's better than confusion. So never hesitate to ask doubts, even though you might feel it is silly, but it might help somebody else who is silent too. So just ask doubts and get clarified. So how to increase your chances? Like I have almost covered all the points, I guess. So and you can connect with your mentor, which I did actually. Yeah, I actually connected with my mentor directly and I asked them for how could I contribute to the project? How can I um like but have some idea before you text them so that it should not be like everybody is texting them randomly. So have some idea that this could be can we make this work out for the project? Can we have this way? So that they'll understand that you are genuinely interested and not just throwing the arrow in the dark room. And yeah, like share why you are the best fit. Like I have worked on the skill set and I had worked on many open source projects, so I might be the good fit would be the answer. So you have to share why you are good fit for the projects. You need to make the person believe that you are the best fit for the project. And there will be Slack channels, and you can help other contributors who are in the Slack who would ask doubt. Instead of you waiting for the mentor to answer, you can just answer, which shows your initiative and leadership skills too. And yeah, that's about this. And the quotes that I follow is this, like, even though you don't think you deserve this job, just apply for it. Even though you think the article is not good enough, just publish it anyways. Even though you don't think that they'll reply for that email, just send it anyways. Just don't self reject. And don't worry about failures. Like you might be thinking, will I get into LFX? It's very competitive sport. Like there are many people who will apply. I don't even have the skills. I don't have the project. Like will I get selected? It's fine if you're not. Just you'll learn. So don't worry about the failures. Just worry about the chances you miss that when you don't even try. So these are the quotes I normally follow it every time. So I just thought of sharing it with you people. Now, yeah, this is my LinkedIn and this is my email. I'll be sharing it on chat box too. So now I can take up the doubts if you have any.
Yeah, we have many questions in the chat box.
Yeah, I'll just take it up one by one. So yeah, I the about the question about the experience level in the tech stack that I worked. The tech stack was normally the HTML, CSS itself, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And I had also had a chance to work in Go because that's where in that language the chain code works. So I had the experience. As I said, you can just go into Girl Script Summer of Code and you can just type the tech stacks that you want and there will be many projects. You can fix a bug or the feature or you can just add a feature in that using that tech stack. That shows that you have the experience. So yeah, that will make you experienced in that. Just learn about the tech stacks. And uh, and yeah, in the projects there will be many tech stacks that will be available. Like there will be few tech stacks whose name you would have not heard, so don't worry about them. If you know about at least three tech stacks in them, you can go on and apply it. You need not know every tech stack and everything in that. Just apply it, it's fine. By the project, you mean your own personal project? Yes, yes. By the project, I mean the own personal project which you will build it like on your own. As I mentioned, it was NITK Summer of Code, which I had developed in the starting of my second year. Like I started developing then, and I developed it by the by the time of my selection, or by the time of applying. So I could talk about it with my mentor about that. Okay, yeah. I mean, Is it worth learning a tech stack for this program? Like you will use the tech stack if you want to go forward, but I don't know about the meaning of worth learning a tech stack, because learning never goes in waste. That's what I believe. So I don't know. I learned to go for this program and it was worth it for me. So you'll have to decide about this. I contribute before applying. It's okay. So this is not like GSOC. Like this normally doesn't require the contribution, because uh, you will not be able to contribute to the project that you're working on without the help of your mentor, because the projects will be very advanced level. So as I said, you can contribute to the other open source projects. Maybe even in GSOC they'll consider your GSOC projects too. Or while applying for GSOC, you would have merged your PRs uh, for that, and you can mention it. It's fine. So there's no uh, there's no compulsion for contributing to that project that you are working. How to reach out to the mentors of the projects? Like normally I have the LFX Mentee 2024 on my bio, and many of the people who have worked have it in their bio. You can just go to LinkedIn and search for LFX, and you will find out people who have mentioned it in their bio. So, and yeah, normally mail would not be um, mentioned, so LinkedIn would be better. Like just text 10 to 15 people, you might get responses from at least 5 people. So just text it. You'll have to be shameless while asking for help. So, and when our applications open, summer applications are open, I guess. The summer applications are open. There are few organizations which are accepting the applications. My first year is for it. Okay, so you can watch few videos on YouTube about the same. Like there are many videos, many people who have done, and I have already mentioned about the Medium articles. Many mentees have returned the Medium articles, and LFX page. I actually would love to show the LFX page to you people. Like
Like you are even free to open your mic and answer the question.
sorry,
Like I'm telling to everyone, you are free to open your mic and ask the question.
yeah, that would be okay. So yeah, this is the LFX official page. So here are the accepting applications, and yeah, there will be like see 20 skills are there. You might not know what is Docker or Kubernetes or something like that, but you'll have to research on it. You'll have to understand about it. But you might know React and JavaScript. You can apply to this project, and you can learn about the other skills that are present. And you while working, you'll understand about few other skills too. Like you need not have all the 20 skills to apply it. You can apply it even if you have 3 to 4 skills. So don't worry about it. And when you click on any of the, so there will be the repository and the URL to their site. You can go through it, and there will be mentors here. Yeah, if there are graduated mentees for this project, you would have found their profile like this. You can just view their profile, and like normally they will be LinkedIn. Like, Yeah, there will be the LinkedIn profile like this, and you can get connected with those people. Like only after you do some sort of work, just don't go blank to them and ask, which will be the bad impression actually. So just do some work and then you can. So how can, oh, okay, how to support? Yeah, there will be some Slack and Discord channels, as I mentioned. When you get into those, when you research on them, and when you get into those channels, there will be few people who will be asking doubts like, how can I set up how can I set up the environment and everything like that. So that time, if you have already set it up, you can answer it to them instead of waiting for the mentor to answer it. So that this shows your initiative skills. That was the thing I had mentioned. Yeah, and if you have 2 to 3 skills mentioned in the project, it's fine. And in the cover letter, you mentioned that I have skills and I've worked on these skills, and I will be learning these skills, and uh, I will be very glad if you provide any of the resources or something like that. Maybe you can just add it in the text, and in the cover letter, you can add, I'm working on the other skills too. So yeah, you can find the timelines on the official website that I shared. I'll be sharing the link in the text because the timelines will be changing. So I'll just share the link. Yeah, here you can find all the projects that will be accepted. Mostly if the project starts by June, the applications will start by April, maybe. I didn't get what is the meaning of FCFs. Yes. Social summer for is there the selection for that too? I don't know. But yeah, like I normally help the people who want to get into open source. So you can just text me with your cover letter. I can review it for you. So yeah, as I already answered this question actually, for the like there are many videos on open source. You can just refer to them. There's no first come first serve. Like in any open source, even in GSOC, there's no first come first source. Like this year, I got into GSOC, and like I'm contributing for Drupal, so I'll be working on that this summer. So I don't think there's first come first serve in any of the open source. So, any other questions?
Yeah, feel free to ask any other question if you guys have.
Okay, I'll share my LinkedIn and email. My email and my LinkedIn. Yeah, I had already answered this question. For like there are 20 plus skills as I showed. So even if you have the 4 to 5 skills, you can apply to it and you can try learning the other skills. And can we use AI for the cover letter? Uh, no. Like you can use for the reference, like you can get it for the reference, but don't copy and paste. That will be the first level of checking. The AI detection will be the first level of checking. So don't use AI. No, I mean, I am a web developer and my internship is also in the web development. I have not learned app development, but I am interested in app development. So, like, you will have to learn any of the development if you are interested in, and don't go as per the job preferences. If you are best at what you do, like, you can get the job in whatever you do. So, compared to that, I can't compare any of the development types here. As I said, I am a web developer, and there are people who do app development and they are in good jobs too. So I would not like to comment on that part. Cover letter format, there's no like book written rule for the cover letter format. There just uh, have those uh, have those key points which I mentioned present in the cover letter. You will, and as I mentioned, go through the medium articles of the people. They have even have the link for the cover letters, so they have provided their cover letters too. So you can go through the cover letters of the people. Best result, I have learned everything from YouTube. So as I am a mechanical student, I'm from non-CS background, so I have learned everything from YouTube. And yeah, so you can learn from YouTube. Like I normally don't follow any particular channel. I just type whatever skill I want to learn, and whatever videos appear on the screen, I watch them. If they have good content, I'll continue watching it. That's all. I don't follow particular resources. So, or maybe you can follow Code with Harry for DSA. I normally follow that. And for open source, there are people who have made videos on LFX and GSOC and like many Summer of Bitcoin. Like there are many open source programs that are coming up. You can go through them. The YouTube is has very good content.
So, like, if there is no doubt, then we can just take a group picture of our today's session. I'll request everyone to on their camera. Okay, so we have one more doubt
Yeah.
to this. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm from non-CS background, and I'm working as a analyst, tech analyst. Uh, but it is nothing but developer. So yes, the selection needs the DSA. Like whatever field, whatever profile you need to work on, the first level is to clear the DSA online assessment. So DSA is very important. Even I don't like DSA. I love development part. I can do open source the whole day, but like hard truth, you have to learn DSA.
Yeah. The same situation is with me too. Even I'm from a non-CS background, and but I need to do DSA.
Yeah, that's hard truth. If you have to do. Can we join more than one open source? Like no, just join into one of the proper open source. Like last year I did LFX, and this year I'm doing GSOC. You can't do everything together. Don't have so many things on your plate. You can't contribute to everything then, because your stipend or your presentation depends on your deliverables. If you don't deliver the required, like there will be like mid evaluation and end term evaluation. Like you need to pass those in order to get the stipend. So you'll have to just not till selection. Even after selections, you'll have to work hard. Like I had complete first year and second year, I was applying for LFX. So it took me 2 years to get into LFX. And I was applying to GSOC right from my first year. It took me 3 years to get into GSOC. So it will take time. Like, it will take time, but you'll have to be consistent. Yes, like every there's nothing non-useful. The social summer of code, yeah, I have heard about it. It's good. Just try contributing to it. Like just give your everything to it now that you are selected. Like it will be useful like in the long term.
Okay, so I think now we don't have any doubt.
She codes good. Yeah, I was into she codes actually. Like I had got like it's a paid program I guess, but I had got it for free. Like there was some test or something, like you had to pass it so that you will get it. Yeah, I had used she codes for a while. Yeah, this it is good for web development. And yeah, like it's fine to not have the experience. As I said, you can get into the girl script, summer of code, and social summer of code, maybe, and you can get experience and then come back to LFX and GSOC. So, yeah, the experience would be useful.
End of this wonderful session. A huge thank you to Chinmayi DS for sharing her valuable experience and guidance. I just loved listening you throughout the session. I'm sure everyone has gained some amazing insight into open source and how to get started. If you found this session helpful, do connect us with us and stay updated for more such events. So thank you all for joining, and we wish you a very best on your open source journey. And yeah, have a great evening ahead.